Hello guys, welcome to Andunda Tree. My name is Balozi and I'm happy that you are here. I'm happy you have taken the opportunity to listen to this podcast today. I'm pleased that you have visited Andunda platform. Depending on where you are following me from or which social media you are following me from, I want to say thank you for deciding to listen to us. Without taking too long, the topic of today is to ask ourselves and to try to answer these words that you often hear. Education is the key to success. I'm sure you have heard that. Education is the key to success. Now, before we get into this question, or before we break this question down, as I always say, let me tell you a little bit about us. Andunda Tree is a school of common sense and wisdom, meaning that we are a platform that aims to educate people common sense or how to use common sense in our everyday life or in every decision we make in our life. There's many ways you can get involved. You can support us. The best way to do that is to either engage with us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. That will be by searching for Andunda Tree. The best way to find more information will be to go to our website, which is andundatree.com or www.andundatree.com. Meanwhile, like I said, depend on where you are listening this podcast from, there's an introduction video on YouTube. It could be on a platform that you are listening me from. I don't know. But what I know is that there's an introduction video. It's called Introduction to Andunda Tree. That talk a lot about Andunda Tree. So let's go back to the question of today. Is education the key to success? That's the question we are trying to answer today. Is education the key to success? Well, when you look at these words or sentence, you have a three important words. You have education, you have the key, and you have success. In order to understand anything that people says, you have to understand the language. And this is the easiest way you can understand anything that is being said. But the problem that we have is that we hear things and then we just take them as the sound. And one of the main thing about Andunda Tree is to actually going through what has been said and try to explain to the people the way that it is, not the way that they understood it or they understand it or the way that people say it. Yeah, I will give you an example. People will say, money talk. Does money really talk? Does money really speak? The answer is no. There is a meaning behind this sentence or this saying of money talk. And this is the reason why it is important to know this basic education that we believe without it, we face different problems in our lives. We learn so many difficult things. Then things we should have learned, we jump them. And then later in life, we face so many problems. Then we lack a better way to think and to understand. The School of Common Sense here at Andunda Tree is just preparing you for that. To be able to use common sense in our every decisions, which we believe will allow you to have a better way of understanding, a better way of thinking, a high level of wisdom. Now, let's understand first these three words. Education, the key to success. Let's start with education. Education, just in a simple term, is basically learning something. That's what we can refer as education. And learning something can be said is a way of understanding something that you don't know or to understand something that you don't understand better. In a simple term, that's what we look education at. In many ways, people might refer education as a school, a college, a universities, and so on. The key. What do we understand by the key? You have the key that opens the car, the key that opens the door. The key in this sense, it is a tool that you can use to allow you to get through to where you wish to be. For example, You use the key to open the door. It will allow you to navigate from the outside of the house to inside of the house. In this sense, the key that is used in this sentence is something that enables you to achieve success. When we say education is the key to success, it means that you use education to succeed. So the key there, education, become the key that you use to be able to succeed. The third word is success. Hang on. Success. What is success? How do we define success? This is where things can be a little bit complicating, but we here at Andunda, remember, it's basic. We break it down. No rush. Let's break it down. Success means achieving something, or being successful in something is achieving something that you feel that you have succeeded. But being successful depends on the individual. We cannot all define success or look at success in the same way, or we cannot all look at being successful in the same way. It means that the majority of people, when they talk about success, they look at economic level, meaning they look at money, right? But is money the only successful thing? Or can somebody not have money and not feel being successful? These are the small questions you can answer. But it's because we are here, I will help to answer those questions. No, having money is not the only way to be successful. People, like I said, each individual person looks success differently. Somebody might wish to live a happy life. And when they live a happy life, they would feel like their lives have been successful. Does it require to have the money? Perhaps not. Somebody might have a good wife, a good husband, a good family, a good surround of friends and neighbors, a loving environment where they navigate their lives, easy to do things, and this might be success to them. Somebody else sees success as having a better relationship with God. Somebody else might see success of life as having a better relationship with God. Whatever else that goes around might not matter or might matter, but the most important thing in their life is to have a better relationship with God. Remember what I said, having money is not the only success. Remember, there are people who doesn't even wish to have a lot of money. I'm probably one of them who doesn't feel like I need millions. Do I need millions? Probably not. Am I look success in terms of money itself is having money to live, to survive on, to be able to support other people around as much as I can. I don't need to be a millionaire or a billionaire. There are people who don't even touch money or who doesn't even use money. I'm sure you have heard all these stories. People like monks. These guys, you hear they don't usually use money. If they want to have food, most of these guys don't take money and go buy these things. They probably go around the city and the people will give them the food. Some of them can't even touch money. So I'm sure from here you understand what success here is. Remember, there are people who tell you that there's not such a thing as a failure because let's say you went to university, you didn't get a degree, but you finished 3 years or 2 years. Did you fail? You feel like you failed? Perhaps not, depending on how you are looking at it. Perhaps the time that you were there, you learn or you achieve many other things. Perhaps the goal was to go there and spend that amount of time. Is education the key to success? We say education is learning. The key is a tool that allows you to get where you wish to be. And success is achieving something depending on what you wish to achieve. We should now look whether education is the key to success or not. What I would say is education is a key to success. However, not all education leads to success. Or learning does not make you successful in what you learn. I'll show you a way many people can say, okay, education is not the key to success. Let's say, for example, you went to university, spend maybe 3, 4, 5 years there, you earn a degree or you earn a master, you earn a PhD, and you found yourself, you have not job. Or perhaps the job that you are doing is not a job for graduates. Anyone who didn't go to that type of education may do it, or the people who are doing it, they are people who didn't waste the time to go to college or university. There are people who might not even go to the university, college, but they are doing a better job than you who went and spent all these years. This is one of those things that makes education look like it's not the key to success. Remember what I said, all education doesn't lead to success. However, you also have to know what I said, success depending on you. The reason why we said you are in that job or you don't have a job, in that sense you feel like you wasted your time, you didn't succeed by going to university, is because you feel like you were looking at going to a university or going to college. You had a goal. After earning a degree, you'll be able to go on and do this job, that job, that job, that job that will allow you to make money, to do this, to be somebody, to be that, to be this. So in that case, because you have not achieved that, then you feel that education is not the key to success. We are talking about, is education the key to success? Now let's look another way. Let's take an example of somebody who did not go to college, who did not go to university, somebody who decided to become a farmer. This person start farming. Before you know it, with all the blessings, this person collects a lot of, let's say if this person is farming potatoes or bananas or whatever, and then, sell these bananas, have money, is feeding his family, perhaps feeding the neighbors, feeding the homeless people. This person could be a very happy person, would feel that he or she has been successful. Then the person who spent years, who paid a lot of money going to the university, to college, or any other form of education. But here is where comes the clarification and the beginning of understanding. Now, how did this person who went to farm become a farmer? This is what we have to understand. Did this person wake up one day and become a successful farmer? The answer is no. This person sat down and they looked at her or himself and see like, okay, looking at me, I don't think going to college is my thing. I don't think I can succeed going to college. I don't think I'm good at that type of education. What I'm good at is perhaps doing handwork. And among this handwork, farming is something that I feel like I can enjoy. Something that I can do that doesn't stress me, doesn't require a lot of that and that. So that is when this person decides to choose farming rather than going to study psychology at university. Another thing you have to remember, that person, after deciding that he has to become a farmer, does that make him a farmer straight away? No, this person had to learn how to farm. And after learning, try to push it to the next level where he can extend his farming to the level where he could feel like he's gaining, is achieving enough or a lot from what he has set his goals to. So in that case, you can see there's a learning there. He cannot do it without learning. He cannot just work up and go and start doing these things and becomes, achieve. No, you have to start somewhere. Along the way, this person will try and fail, what we call fail, meaning that it won't succeed in the first place. It will try. It will require a lot of hard work. It will require a lot of understanding. It will require time. But most importantly, it will require learning. So you can see one paid a lot of money, a lot of time, and went to study for a couple of years at university, but he has no job or is working in a very low-paid job. This person might not feel like he was successful or education was the key to success. While on the other hand, somebody else chose to become a farmer and became successful in it. After years of learning or practicing up and down, he achieved what he wanted to achieve or perhaps even more than he imagined. That person may feel that learning is the key to success. There might be other things, of course. In learning, it requires commitment, it requires patience, and so on. But this is all learning. So from here, what do you think? Is education the key to success or not? I've showed you two sides. Which side are you on? Where do you still stand with this point? Now, let's talk something very important then. Now you already understand education, success, and key. Now we can look at when you hear that education is the key to success, what does the majority of people think? The majority of us think that this sentence means that going to the university, going to college is the key to success. It means that once you have a degree, you will then become successful because you will then go and do a good job, earn enough money to live on. This is where a misunderstanding comes in, because that's what a lot of people think. And that is because the person who said this perhaps did not break these things down as I'm breaking it down for you. But from where we started, or what I've already said, I'm sure you already have a picture, even though there is two sides there. This is why you see it's a culture thing, especially in Black people, Africans and Asian. You see the families or the parents are more likely to push their children to study particular courses. You should do this so you can become a doctor, you can become a lawyer. Or you see a lot of parents push their children to go to school, to go to college, to go to university. But these kids might not have a great link with the education that you are sending them to. This is where somebody might tell you, school is not for me. And when they say school, I'm referring to school, college, university, or primary, secondary school. It's not for me. You put them in there, they are on different things. Through a football to this boy or this girl, see what she or him going to do with it. Master, proper player. But a lot of parents will be pushing these kids that you just have to go to school or college, that form of school that I'm talking about. But the skills that this person might have might not be to go and sit in class, read the books, read about mountains and all that. Might be to play the ball or to build the things by hand. This is where people decide differently. This brings us to one of the most important things into this question, which is choice. So you would imagine or you feel that there was a word that was left into this sentence. This is the way I see it. So when you say education is the key to success, something that was left was also a choice. It means that learning itself does not make you successful. But if you learn, you can achieve something. It can also mean that to achieve something, you have to learn what you want to achieve. You have to practice. For example, somebody might say, oh, imagine if I just want to live a happy life. What do I have to learn? Okay. You know what you have to learn? First, you need to have proper self-control to control yourself to the extraordinary level. Because not just that you fight within yourself, you do things that sometimes you don't imagine, but also there will come people in all sorts of life or many different circumstances that will challenge you to take that happiness away. So you have to be very patient, to be very tolerant, to see where to go, where to be. So all this require learning and experience. And it's not something that comes in one day. So when you master this, then you'll be able to feel like you have lived a successful life. Now, like I said, the success that you have come to achieve comes with the learning. Remember what I said? Let's say if you just want to have a great relationship with God, somebody might say, what do I have to learn, to succeed that or to be successful in that? There's a lot. You have to learn the 10 Commandments, master it, do it, and many things that comes with God. So in that sense, that's why they say the Bible is the beginning of wisdom, because within the Bible, you learn to be a better person. It teaches you a lot about the moral, how to look after yourself, how you can work, how you can respect, how you can love, how you can chase dreams, how you can appreciate, how you can praise. All these things are within the Bible. Remember I said there's a word choice. To summarize this, it means that any form of learning can have success if you make the right choice. By learning, education can be the key to success, because I said anything that you do will require learning. And for you to achieve what you want to achieve, it will require some form of learning. Just like I said, one of the best education, school, is what in the world? is Andunda Tree, the school of common sense, the school of morals, the school of wisdom. This is the home of all schools. When you go to college, that is a different type of education that you might not enjoy, you might not succeed in it, but this is life. You can also call this a school of life. Therefore, if you make better choices, you are more likely to see education as the key to success. It is the reason why I would like to invite you or to ask you to try to look at every decision you make in your life, every choices you make in your life. You have to look at it in this way, starting by, why am I doing this? When you know the why, then any other question will come. The how. How am I going to get there? How am I going to do this? The why is the beginning of achievement of anything that you wish to do. Why am I doing this? What's the driving force of me trying to do this? Once you know why you want to do something, then you will know, or you're more likely to find out how you can succeed in what you want to do. And trust me, you are more likely to succeed. You are more likely to see education as a key to success. Remember what I said. Don't think that if you go to the university, if you have a PhD today, if you are a doctor, that will make your life successful. Somebody can be successful by being a YouTuber. Somebody can be successful by just being carer. Somebody can be successful by being a lovely mother, a wonderful father. These people master these things, learn these things. This is the reason why learning is the key to almost everything. Therefore, you should continue to learn. They say nobody knows, and you don't stop learning until the day you die. There's also a saying that says, only a fool knows everything. Maybe you clicked or maybe you came to listen to this podcast, but you're thinking, why am I listening to this in the first place? Once you start listening to me from the beginning and you're thinking, well, but I think if you achieve this far, depending if you listen this from the beginning, unless you listen this as a cut video or a cut audio, but if you listen it from the beginning of this podcast to this moment, that means you love learning, and I hope you continue doing so because you need that and we are here for that. Andunda Tree is a school of common sense and wisdom, a school of life, which is here to exchange lessons. We learn from you, you learn from us. So I hope you continue to learn, and I hope you continue to teach other people. Don't just learn for yourself. Learn and teach other people. That's how we become better versions of ourselves. Succeed and let other people succeed. If you have the key, you have found the key to success, pass it to somebody else. Or at least go to the shop, make a spare, pass it to somebody else, so that many of us can succeed. The more we succeed, the more we achieve education, especially the best education as this, where you learn common sense, where you learn the beauty of making better decisions, then a world will be a wonderful place for all creatures. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it is in your moral and is part of common sense for you to make sure that you share this message with others. Follow our pages, go on our website, and let's continue to educate each other. Once again, we are on TikTok, Andunda Tree. We are on Instagram, Andunda Tree. We are on YouTube, Andunda Tree. We are on Facebook, Andunda Tree. Finally, we have a website where you can find more information, how you can get involved, how you can support this journey, which is andundatree.com, or you can type www.andundatree.com. Thank you so much, and until next time.